What is up guys, Patterson here on today's FIFA 17 video. So I'm back with another FUT Champions Arise video, and in today's video we are going to be playing the last 10 games as we always do on the FUT Champions The Rise. So the series has went a few episodes longer than I thought it would be, but this is probably going to be either one of the last with a high quality team or one of the last in general, because the servers on FIFA are going to be taking a little bit of a strange placement, I would say, because a lot of people are going to either stop playing at this point since the rewards are going to be very bad next week, I think it is, or the week after, or they're going to do something with the rewards, or they're going to do anything at all to keep the game interesting. They have got footies coming up as well, but should be something interesting for the game. But in general, with the common theme of the game this year and the way they've handled Team of the Season, footies has already been better than Team of the Season in most people's eyes so far, and it hasn't even been released. So as you can see, my team on screen is very solid. It's very different compared to what I normally go for, a little bit of a hybrid there. We've got Filipe Luis, who is a very good card, Chiellini, Kyle Walker, Hamsik, Mertens. So I would recommend for you to actually try Dries Mertens one time in FIFA. Just remember, he's not very strong and his physical isn't very high. But this weekend league was a weird one for me, as per usual. You probably see by the title. We did reach, I'm not going to tell you actually because I'm not going to put it in the title, so we did reach the same as we did last time. If you watch any of your videos consistently, don't know if many people do or not, but the team went like this. So I had Carrasco as the left mid. I didn't want to buy his team of the season, so I wanted to sub him off straight away. So it went from the 4-5-1 I do believe to the 4-1-2-1-2. And the reason I did that is just because I thought I wanted to link all these players up. Hamsik and Kante pretty much can't be in the same team unless you do like Hamsik as the striker and then Insigne and Callahan as the left forward and right forward. So I thought this was the best way to link everyone pretty much up, and the team was decent, the team did well, but some games where the team just did not perform at all, with the strength of Mertens kind of lacked a little bit and just didn't work, it didn't flow very good. When you come against some people's defence, and it looks like this guy's here. So Chiellini is probably one of the best centre backs in the game, but what he does have a lot, I've said this in one of my past videos that I just recorded before, is he definitely has a lapse of concentration when he's either in the air and the opponent's coming to head the ball. If it's Lukaku or if the ball's behind him, he doesn't know what to do. He does find it kind of hard to deal with the ball like that. If it's any kind of stand-up defending, he's absolutely fine. Pretty much everything he's good at in real life, he's good at on the game. But he can be caught out quite a bit, which I was quite surprised at when I played FUT Champions. When you have a player like Dybala who absolutely destroyed Chiellini and Barzagli. So I would recommend to put either, I would put Chiellini, but then I would put someone on medium work rates. I think that works the best for him. Trying to put two people on the same work rates, in my opinion, does not work at all, because you've got this kind of effect where both your players are, with Chiellini and Barzagli, they play so far back because of the work rates. It kind of leaves your left back and right back pushing further forward. So you've got your centre backs doing all the defending and your kind of wing backs go too far up, which I don't really like that. So medium fills in the gap a little bit, so I might try and find a medium player. So let's get back on to the gameplay, and it was a weird weekend like I said before. The servers were terrible on Friday and Saturday, which I left 20 of my games till Sunday, which I never normally do, and it was just me kind of hating FIFA and hating everything at that point, just because there's still so many games to play with so little time to do it. In my opinion, they need to change the games that you play for FUT Champions. I know it's a competitive game mode, but you've got to give everyone a chance to play, and I know a lot of people don't even get the chance to qualify for FUT Champions still. I bet you half of the FIFA community who actually plays FIFA, half of them won't be able to qualify for FUT Champions, or maybe more, just because there is such a skill gap between the player base. It's not really fair to someone who's bought the game like everyone else to not have the same kind of advantages everyone else has just because of their ability. It's not really their fault they're not good at FIFA. You can't go onto a new game and be the best, but you should be able to access every part of the content. So that's just my opinion. I don't think everyone should be able to qualify, but it should be easier for people to qualify. So I think it should be 2 games instead of 4. For the knockout tournament, you should be given free entry sometimes with draft. You should just be given more to qualify if you're not someone who can qualify. You might be able to sell not the draft tokens, the FUT Champs entry next year. So I know the daily knockout tournament, I can qualify anywhere from 5 to 6 times a week, maybe, doing the daily knockout tournament challenges and stuff like that. So if I can qualify 5 or 6 times, I'm taking that away from other people, which is the only thing in the game you can really play. Which I try and stay away from daily knockout because I don't agree with it personally. Unless there's a player in there or there's something I want, then I'll get it. But I'm not in there kind of every day trying to take someone's qualification place away from them, just because I don't think it's right for you to take one pack and then just take that pack, but then someone else takes it about 20 times. So it's just changed that recently. But I just don't like the way the rewards are throughout the week, and it pretty much makes you pointless to play FIFA throughout the week. There's no point apart from building teams or doing something with your team, which there isn't much to do apart from online draft, which your gameplay is terrible. The servers are terrible in draft. It doesn't feel like FIFA at all. It feels like you're playing PES 2001. It just isn't up to scratch, draft, in my opinion. I think next year we could either see draft being replaced by something else, or just take it out completely. It mustn't be doing much money, the draft, because it just doesn't. They haven't put much time into it because the servers are just so bad for it. So they need to do that. Really, they need to change something with that, I mean. And the gameplay on Ultimate Team, I would say it's fine to certain times of the day you play, but for a competitive game mode, that should not be a thing at all. Just because you play on Sunday night, the gameplay is fine because no one else is playing. The strain on the servers whatsoever. I'm not really wanting to complain about it, but when it's so annoying, you spend so much time on the game, but so many hours in on something, you expect to get the same thing back when, know what I mean? So I'm putting the time in, I want something at least back from playing the games, whether it's winning or getting good rewards or doing something or getting a kit, I don't know, whatever it is. But I just think something needs to change for FIFA 18 and the servers. Was you could ask pretty much everyone who's in the community and they would say the exact same things. The servers aren't where they should be for a competitive level game, and you can see it with competitive players and getting DCs and stuff like that when they're trying to qualify for FIFA Interactive World Cup, and then other people are getting places they shouldn't get just because of the game DC. That's not fair at all, and you wouldn't see that in any other game that does competitive, and it's pretty much, I don't know, it's kind of a weird one. But we'll go on to a few players here. We've got Ibra up front. I did buy him for 1,050,000 I think it was, but I just bought him just because I had $1 million left and I wanted to play the games and win the last games I need to get Elite 1. So that's the reason I did that, and I didn't really know this at the time, but this weekend you get an Ultimate Team the Season Pack again, so that's why I wanted the best rewards I could get. And I don't really know what the content's going to be on my channel recently because there's not going to be much to do other than footies, and I don't just want to do certain videos just because So I might see some just random SBCs and me completing them and stuff like that. Just because if you didn't, I probably wouldn't put a video, because FIFA's really losing its kind of edge for me right now. I think it's kind of down in a down stage. And with putting this kind of hype on footies, and there's going to be some overpriced kind of SBCs for the sake of the game, I think that's not going to be fair. I think there's a time where EA should be giving back to the fans and the audience a little bit, and the people that's played their games for so long. I think they should be giving something back with footies. Since they pretty much didn't with Team of the Season, they give us stuff that pretty much benefits them and more benefits the community, which they always do every year, pretty much every promo. People that actually want promos so they can buy the packs. I don't know what's with people like that, to be honest. It makes no sense to me why you would do that when you can pretty much pay FUT Champions. So I don't know what the rewards are for next week. I think it's next week and next month. I think it's some sort of blast from the past. You go back to one of the first months and then you get the 81 overall players. I don't know what's with that, but that's going to be terrible. So probably not going to be spending that much time on FUT Champions when that's around. They need to, you cannot give someone like that sort of content when they've been playing your game for all year. Why is someone going to play it? There's no reason. You've just been giving people free Ronaldos and free Messis pretty much for playing FUT Champions for 40 games. But then you change back to giving someone an 81 rated David Santon. This doesn't make sense. It's like they can't sell the players as they're untradeable in the club and they cannot do anything. So what's even the point? You're just wasting fitness on your players for no reason. I just don't get his logic with that kind of stuff. I know they want to make it different, I know they want to do different stuff, but you can't just keep giving people bad rewards just for the sake of you making money. Let's get a drink there. And pretty much I think the prices on the market are going to be stabilised soon as well. I think there's about, I would say after footies or during footies, whatever they bring out, we'll probably stabilise the market and put all the 83s, 84s, 85s, all them players will go back to the price they did before the market crash and stuff like that. But as far as we go as Team of the Season cards, as they bring out something for the Team of the Season cards, they're going to bring it out for footies, so that'll probably be coming at footies. So you probably should keep your Team of the Season cards if you just thought you want to discard them or something like that. I've got 2 untradeable that I've been keeping. I didn't want to do that Team of the Season tradable because you didn't get anything from them, and they were just a rip-off. I think I'd done 10 of them and I've got nothing but players that were discard price, so definitely not worth the time doing that. And there's pretty much not much to do throughout the week. As I said, there's not much to do in FIFA at all, so I've been looking at other games to play. So I've been playing Witcher 3 a little bit, I've been playing Call of Duty Infinity Warfare. Since I've had this double XP, double weapon XP, different stuff in the game, and Modern Warfare Remastered, so I've been playing different games. I'm probably not going to put them on the channel. Majority this channel is a FIFA channel, and it's pretty much the way it's going to stay. It just might have to be that we do less content throughout the week, or just do FUT Champions Rise and 2 extra videos and that's it for the week. So I'm probably going to strip back a little bit on the content and just try and keep it simple until FIFA 18, just because it's going to be difficult for me to do content when the gameplay is terrible, no one's playing it, stuff like that. So that's probably what's going to happen there. And the other thing I'll probably do is just, I don't know, play draft or something. I don't know. I've played draft before, I just don't. I like the concept with the rewards. I like the way it is, just the players you get in the draft. Or either there's no skill gap in the draft, which I don't like. Like, I can go in the draft as an Elite 1 FUT Champions player and come up against someone who's probably a gold player. he'll beat me because he plays draft all the time and I don't. So there's someone who's very good at FIFA in FUT Champions. I'm not good at draft. So there's that kind of gap in skills. Just the way the game plays, it's not FIFA gameplay in my opinion. It's so different to anything else. So that's why I don't like draft that much. I might do a draft video, I think it'll be on Friday or Saturday, something like that. But I might do a draft video just for the sake of it and show you what I mean by that. I've done a draft video before, I think. I can't remember if I did or not. But we're close to Elite 1 here, and I had 30 wins I think, and I needed 4 out of 4 to get Elite 1. Now you see, that's what we did do, and we came up against some good teams, apart from, I think there's this thing in the game, especially with FUT Champions, the more games you win, the harder opponents you come up against, and the better teams you come up against. As I played, I think I won my first 8, I think it was today, not today, but last weekend. I won my first 8, and then I won game 9, and then game 10, I knew I was never going to win that game. The opponent I came up against had a full team of the season team, with Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar as a top 3, 99, I think Messi's 99, I can't remember what it was, but the highest rated of pretty much every insane card on the game. And then he played like a complete and absolutely nincompoop. So he just absolutely just held the ball back all the time, didn't wait until half time to score, and then just ran the clock down at the end of the game. So pretty much Elite 1, there we go, and Ultimate Team of the Season pack again. This is the team here, like I said in my last, I think it was a daily knockout tournament video, that this team is pretty much all going apart from Kyle Walker. In case I need to buy players, Kyle Walker might go as well. But I've been Patterson, thank you for watching, see you next time, goodbye.